Testing 1, 2, 3. Hang on. Let me see if I can let me see. It's been so long, so I'm a little bit nervous. Hang on 1 second. I hope the music isn't too loud or anything. Hi there. It's been way too long since I last streamed. And I just barely realized this as of today. Because I think last time I had streamed was about like 2 years ago. I was like, oh my god. And there's a reason for that. I've been locked in with my nursing school lately. I don't think I caught anyone up with that actually, since it's been a while. It's like I gotten into the nursing program as of like last year ish, like kind of closer to like mid late last year, and I just have been going from there. Um, but yeah, I just been I've been working on that and just other things. And honestly, I appreciate everyone for sticking around still. And but yeah. Oh my gosh, I forgot to mention. I saw that we reached 100 subscribers. I was like, "Oh my god, I haven't been doing too much and I really do appreciate that." But I miss talking to y'all and everything else. Sorry, I'm not really good with words, but I have so many stories to tell with my nursing career so far. And spoilers, I'm actually halfway finished with my nursing program, so I'm hoping to finish by maybe I'm hoping by the end of this year I would be done, but more than likely, for being realistic, I'm probably going to finish it probably like early next year. So there's that. But yeah. Um, but I hope everyone's been doing okay and things have been going well and swimmingly smooth. But yeah. But I'm trying to think of another thing that I Oh, I forgot to mention. I think in the past from before, for sure before I stopped streaming for a while, I was like a big like don't do energy drinks type of person, but guess what? Nursing school got me into doing energy drinks and now I'm addicted. But there's that. But it's like it's a whole journey and I'm like slowly getting like these medicines in. I'm like learning how to do my assessments as a nurse and I got a stethoscope and I'm able to like start using it and listening to like heart sounds, lung sounds. And I'm honestly so I'm so like happy where I'm at right now because I wouldn't think I would see myself doing this, but here I am. So I'm like halfway a nurse. But yeah, but there's that, and yeah. But oh my goodness, there's just so much to unpack. And actually, starting this Friday, I'm working as an SNE, which is a student nurse extern. So I upgraded from being a CNA, which I've been a CNA for about 4 years now since I started, since I was like since in the year 2022, and now I'm here I'm here now as an SNE, and bad news, my CNA license ended up expiring, but I ended up making that sacrifice for my SNE. So I was like, you know what? It's gonna expire, but I still got the experience as a CNA, and I'll get to carry that towards my SNE role. So yeah, but it's just lots of things to consider, but but yeah, but I miss talking to y'all, and it's been so long. And I just wanted to do a little catch up stream, as I said, and kind of go from there. But yeah, hopefully my mic isn't too loud or the music isn't loud either. And if it is, just let me know and I can always adjust that. I tried doing like a little like pre-listen thing on the stream before doing so, and it sounded okay to me, but I don't know. Don't I would never depend on these old ears. But yeah. Let's see. Sorry, I have to like adjust a couple of things. I'm like so old. Like it's been so long since I've done this. I feel my bones withering away each day. Okay, let's see. Okay, let me adjust myself just a little tiny bit. But I'm hoping that for this month we can like I can do a little bit more games with y'all. I'm gonna be so honest with y'all. There's this game that I've been really addicted to recently. I started playing Repo, and like I love playing it. It's so fun. I would love to like play it with y'all and like or just like chat while playing. But that's only until due time, but I'm hoping that during this summer break before I jump back into nursing school again for my level 3, that I'll be able to hang out with y'all a little bit more. And I'm hoping to be more active with my streaming a little bit after next year or so. After the whole like NCLEX exams and everything, but that's until due time, but I'll try to be a little bit more active with keeping y'all updated. And sorry for again for going radio silent. I know. Like I just can't believe 2 years have already passed, and I'm like, "Oh my gosh." Like don't do not be, if you're ever going to stream, do not be like me. Do not be like me. But to be honest, I don't think I would even be a professional streamer. My main goal like doing this was just to chat and just to yap and talk about my experiences with y'all, and that's my main reason why I wanted to start streaming. I had never considered this to be like a professional job like how other streamers have done it, and I do have respect for people who do want to take this as like a professional career. But for me, my main goal is to be a nurse and save lives, and just to talk. Just to talk to talk. But yeah. But I hope that everyone I do see there are 2 people in here, but no need to talk if you're shy or anything. But I hope y'all have been having a lovely day, and I hope that things have been going well. Um but yeah. Um I'm trying to think about other updates that's been happening. Like it's so much to cover, but now that I'm like on the topic, I'm like, oh, I don't even know what to bring up because my brain just went like flatlined on me. But yeah. Mm, So aside from like me passing level 2, oh my gosh, actually, I have some stories to tell y'all about my level 1 and my level 2 clinical experiences. It's going to be a lot. But okay, let's see here. So, let me just kind of explain to you how like the program that I've been like taking has been working. So, in order to like pass level 1 and level 2, like first off like the classes that you take in level 1, because I went through like the level 1 level 2 levels. I said that like a million times now. Holy heck. But let's see. So, level 1, so what the requirements are to pass, that you're taking like 3 classes, but they're like Monday through Friday, and it depends on you have like two we have like two sets of instructors. Like there's like the regular like teaching instructors that go over like the notes that you need to go over, like, oh, learn about this and that and that. But so that's just like for theory. We they call that class theory, to where we just kind of go over like nursing notes and everything, and learning about the body system and what could go wrong and stuff like that. Oh, how'd you do it? It's been so long. No fucking way. I know, right? Like, this is like a fever dream. It's been way too long. I missed y'all. Oh, I hope you've been doing well. I hope everyone has been doing okay. Yes. I'm so I don't know if you've been listening in for long, but I was just kind of like yapping my head off. So I have a lot of stories to tell. So I think I told you this, but like I am like halfway through the nursing program now, and now I'm like halfway a nurse, so I'm like slowly making it through. And I'm hoping to be streaming more by the end of this year or next year. I'm like a golden retriever, tail wagging and all. I don't blame you. Honestly, I feel the same way, because I'm like, I miss y'all, because like y'all are like, I feel like y'all just like listen to everything and I just like yap off to y'all. I'm like, oh, I actually feel bad for like yapping off y'all's ears all the. I mean, I know that's like the point of a streamer, but like, but yeah. Well, I'll just say I'm finally a participant of America's healthcare system. You are? Oh my gosh. I'm proud of you. I hope that's going well for you. It's a big step to do that, but I'm proud of you. It's very life-changing, but it's very good regardless. But I'm but yeah. Sorry, I'm like my brain's like halfway like drained. Oh wait. Let me start from like the beginning again. I'm sorry. About how everything's been happening and what my whole like experience has been, since it's been like 2 years since I last like streamed. No, not in that way. Oh shoot, I'm so sorry. Oh my god. I was thinking something else. Oh my goodness. Oh, you have a chronic issue. Oh goodness, I'm so sorry to hear that. Well, I mean, and I know like even through like it's chronic, they always have like treatments to help like ease it over time, but I'm sorry to hear that, man. I it really is rough going through that, but you're strong for keeping up with life and continuing on. And a lot of people, they tend to give up like super easily, which I don't blame them, but the fact that you're still like going on, you're like, it's been so long since we last like catched up, but like I've been kind of like looking here and there, like at like I've been kind of like scrolling on Twitter here and there, and I got to see y'all like posts like here and there, and and I kind of see what y'all have been like tweeting. I'm like, oh, they've been doing okay. You're right, I'm doing fine. Just no more spicy food, lol. Oh, is it something to do, if you don't mind me asking, is it your pancreas by chance? Or like, is it like your like guts? Cause like I know that like from like what I learned, like if you like eat too much of like spicy food, like your stomach or like your pancreas will. And no, I think it's a stomach. Oh my gosh, I have not touched up in my nursing notes in a little bit. I mean, I just finished like my level 2 like class like as of like May, and I've been like trying to catch up with like other like work related things. But but yeah, but I that must be rough though. Like spicy food is so good, even though I'm not good with spicy food. But as long as you like have it under like very strict moderations, because some people still kind of like do their thing, you know. They kind of eat with comfort as long as it's not like going too much against the doctor's plan. Now I'm saying that as not as a medical worker, but as like a uh, as a thing, as like just as a like a person passing by. I'm in the discovery stage, so I have no clue, but it's a good chance it might be gastritis or something. Ah, I see. 25 years of hot Cheetos caught me up to me. Oh goodness. I don't blame you. Hot Cheetos are really addicting. And the fact they have like different flavors like lime hot Cheetos and then just regular, and they have hot fries. Oh my goodness. it's I don't blame you. Here in America, like they have a lot of addicting spicy foods, and it's just like, ooh. like a little too tempting. Yeah, but hopefully that things will get more situated and go from there. But I'm sorry to hear that, but you got this. So I believe in you. I believe in you, Joy. I feel that you can power through this. You that you'll go through this and prove to them like you prove to your guts that you're oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm like so out of it right now. You got this though. I believe in you 100%. um but yeah. I Oh wait. Oh my god. I just remembered a story that I need to tell you. Oh my god. I need to start writing stuff down because like I'm like now that I'm like talking more and more, I'm like, oh my god, I have this story and that story and that story. I need to write this down real quick so I can go through it properly with y'all. Because it's a lot to unpack. Hang on. Okay. So first off, I got some tea with my doctor. If Lily believes me, then I gotta believe in me. Yes, sir. That's how it is. Tell. Okay. Ooh, let me tell y'all. So, have I ever told y'all that I've been seeing a doctor for my I've been seeing a doctor for my health. I mean, like I'm not having anything bad for me. I'm mainly seeing him for my ADHD. Because in the past, whenever I was like a kid, I was diagnosed with ADHD, so I've been given prescription to help deal with that. And since I've turned into an adult, like a little while later, and now I had to like find a new doctor. So I was like, okay, which doctor should I get? And then I ended up going with the doctor that works at at my hospital that I work at, but he doesn't work at my hospital anymore. So it's like kind of like a whole situation thing, but I saw like a little poster thing for it, and I was like, you know what? Let me see this man. Let me see this man and see what's up. And I remember that first introduction. He was like on like guard. Well, rightfully so, because like usually whenever you're prescribing people things, you have to be very careful as a doctor because your license at risk and etc. etc. So he ended up sending me to a therapist to confirm that I had ADHD. I was like, okay, damn, like we're not gonna look at like the documents that I had from like my old doctor. Okay, that's fine. And so I did that. He confirmed. And that was my first time seeing a therapist too. I'm like, well damn. I was so nervous seeing the therapist, by the way. I was like, what do I say? Because I feel like if I say anything, I'm just gonna be perceived in a certain way, and then all of a sudden I have like 10 diagnoses. I'm like, damn. But anyways, so whenever I got that confirmed, he did prescribe me, but then he's been doing like each checkup, he's been doing blood work on me and like urine samples on me just in case if I'm not overdosing or anything. So I'm like, damn, this is like a very like this is like a very on guard doctor, which I don't blame him because, as I said, that's your license, etc., etc. But let me tell you, so he's my doctor. He's been more focused on like my other like health issues. Like apparently, like sorry, this is kind of like TMI, but so he ended up telling me that my chest was too big. He was like, "Oh, you need to lose like upper body fat," which is he was just referring to my chest. I was like, "Oh, okay." I was like, "So do I just like exercise it or something?" Because my family genes are kind of like big on that. He's like, "Yeah, do exercise. Exercise will help everything." I'm like, "Okay." And then this was like at the peak of nursing school, and so I was like going through stress and everything, so I didn't get too much of a chance to kind of like go through that. And so I've been trying to like control it under diet, but of course there's no like change. I was like, damn. And then and then my doctor's been kind of like really pushy with that, etc., etc. But recently when I went to go see him, and I've been going to the gym too, like I've been swimming a lot recently, and my arms are I actually got back from the gym like recently because I went to swim around like the pool like 25 times like front and back, and the pool is like a pretty good big size pool. It's like a hospital hospital gym that my hospital owns, so it's really cool. It's really cool. Lots of old people there though, but like I don't blame them. They're just trying to take care of their health. And props to them for that. So, what was it? Oh, I lost track of my words. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, hang on. Okay, I was talking about no, 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 oh wait, that's right. Okay. So my doctor, so he the most recent thing he had told me, because I kind of opened him up to him about like, hey, I've been kind of really stressed out about like my nursing exams and like nursing school in general, and the fact that it takes up like 90% of my time because I they weren't lying when they said that nursing school is very time consuming. Like you don't have time to hang out with anybody. Cause I remember that like each like clinical day or each like lecture, I would go home or I'll be in a study room for hours studying and like trying to get like the material into my head. I'm like, damn, this is so much. I don't know how one person how does a nurse do this? Like how do they like graduate through this without like no wonder why they're like so like burnt out by the time they graduate. But so I was telling you, I was like, I low key am stressed about like exams and stuff. I was like, so what's a good solution to that? Because I know that energy drinks is not good, and I've been thinking about getting to like meditation and stuff. And then my doctor's like, oh, you should exercise more. That helps with everything. I'm like, oh, okay. I was like, okay. And so I was like, well, damn. And so now here's the part. Here's the part right here. So my doctor, I had seen a case in the ER. I heard it from a so I heard it from a coworker. So there was this patient who came into the ER who had a reading of a STEMI, like an EKG reading of a STEMI. And for those of you who don't know what a STEMI is, think of it like a heart block, like an active like going to be hard, like your heart's going to stop because there's been so much plaque that's been built up in your arteries. So what had happened, how that patient got there, okay, let me start from the beginning actually. So this patient had seen my doctor that I'm currently seeing, right? And he came in, he was like, oh, I'm having chest pains, can you check it out? My doctor got the reading on the EKG, and it showed like a little like, let me see if I can pull up what an not a STEMI reading looks like. Hang on, EKG, and I can talk to y'all a little bit about this. No, I'm not, no, don't take my full word for it. I'm just like talking about like how I'm just showing like what I've learned in like nursing school, but don't trust my word for it like completely. But like, hang on. Okay. No, that looks good right there. Let me see if I could. How do I switch my screen? It's been so long. Hang on 1 second. Oh wait, I can screenshot it, right? Okay, okay. Let me screenshot this and see if I can post it on here. I'm activating my big streamer brain right now, y'all. At source. Oh, oops. That was not supposed to happen. 1 second. Guys, trust me, I'm a professional at this. Okay, I'm gonna call this one image 1. Actually, I'm just gonna call this 1. Oh my gosh, I accidentally added an angry mark to me, guys. I'm actually really angry at. No, I was joking. Hang on. Unload image when not showing. I guess that. Oh wait, I could browse. Oh wait, hold on. Okay, I'm learning. I'm learning. I'm so sorry, y'all. Wait, but which one is it? So we have two potentials here, y'all. I could either dox myself right now or wait, hang on. Okay, that is not it. That was a repo thing that I took a picture of. Wrong one. Let me see. Y'all didn't see that. Let's see. It should be the other one then. Let's see. Browse and oh shit, which one did I click? Oh, here it is. Here it is. Okay, I finally got it. Yay. Let me see what y'all said in chat. Sorry. I graduated VTuber medical school. Congratulations. I don't know if we should be using the word graduate though, because that's a bad thing for VTubers. Sorry. I'm gonna assume you went straight to streaming without any practice. Yes, sir. Trust me, I got a certificate. So, just my source. Trust me, bro. Okay, let's see. So, okay, so what I have here is like an EKG reading of a STEMI. And so you can kind of see on you see like the word that says like ST elevation. So that shows that like there's like something blocking like the arteries from like getting the blood into the heart, right? And so usually whenever medical people see like the little line like elevated, like anything that's elevated within like the ST segment, because you see the P wave, right? And then the PR. So it kind of goes like it goes like P wave first, which is like the little like I wish y'all can see my mouse. I don't know if y'all are able to see my mouse because I would be able to point this stuff out and kind of like okay, just and kind of like go from there, but like just trust my word for I just like use my voice as like a guidance kind of, even though I'm not really good at explaining, but okay. So P wave is kind of like the first like signal that your heart like shoots, like it shoots like an electric wave to the end of your heart to signal like a hey, let's go ahead and like start pumping type. Like yeah, that. And so and then like the QRS, which is so it's P, then there's PR. That's just heart pumping stuff. I'm not too sure about, I haven't gone super into much detail about like the whole EKG reading, but I'm able to kind of read the basic stuff. So the QRS is basically like you see like the little like you see the P wave, right? And then going down to the little arch. Oh wait, no, it's not arch. It's a little indent thingy. The little sharp line at the bottom here. So that's like the start of the QRS complex, and it shows that like your heart is like getting blood through your whole body and then like shooting it out to like the rest shooting out through the rest of your body, like Oh my god, I'm explaining this so bad. So basically, anything that's elevated, like anything that has like a big bump on it, like a mountain bump, that's bad because like that means that there's something that's blocking like the blood from getting through properly. And usually whenever anything that's blocked, that quickly leads to tissue death in your heart. and, and that's a bad thing because then that eventually leads to cardiac arrest and then we have to do the whole CPR thing. But like anyways, so what had happened was that my doctor had read that patient's uh uh EKG and he saw the ST elevation, which means that this man needs to go to the ER ASAP. And so he looked at it, he was like, "Oh, just drive yourself there. Drive yourself to the ER. You'll be fine. Just like be quick about it." And the thing is that is so bad for him to say that because automatically any doctor, any medical professional, they would immediately call the ambulance because this man, the patient, he was a walking like about to like be in a cardiac, not even just like dead. Like his heart is gonna stop from like from like the heart blockage and stuff like that. And the doctor just said, "Oh, just drive yourself, despite like your heart might stop. Either your heart might stop at any time, but just drive yourself to the ER. It'll be fine." That's what he kind of told the patient. And by God's miracle, somehow the patient he somehow got there without like having a cardiac arrest while driving there. I couldn't even believe the story when I heard it. And the only reason how like one of my coworkers ended up finding out is because they had read it on a cardiologist's like notes because the patient had told them what happened, how they got here. Because they're how because like they're like, how the hell did you like drive yourself here when you were actively having a STEMI? And the patient's like, I don't know. Yeah, you got 5 minutes. Just run the red light. Yeah, like don't worry about any cops chasing after you. Oh my god. But that was so insane. And after when I heard that, I was like, oh my god. Like I'm not even a doctor. And if I were to see that, I would instantly call the ambulance. But I'm guessing that the doctor didn't want to disturb his little like clinic thing. But like that's the point of a clinic. Like if there's any like a medical emergency, you would call an ambulance and get them professional, like get them help when they need it, especially in cases like that. But somehow my doctor managed to like it's insane to me. I was like, oh my god. But like, yeah. Well, so I figured out that I'm kind of seeing a bad doctor. So I'm like, oh, I'm still seeing him though, but I'm trying to figure out a way to switch doctors. But as of right now, I'm just falling, I guess. Because the only thing he like cares about me doing right now is just kind of like losing like my upper chest weight, which I'm like, okay, I'm trying here. I'm trying, but like there's no progress, but I'm trying. But yeah. So there's that. There's the tea about my doctor. Oh, okay. Ironically, wouldn't that have your license revoked? For sure, or like for sure. Like he can get sued and that would like be so bad. But I'm surprised that the patient had even sued the man. But then again, like word does spread around, and usually doctors who have bad reputation over time, people end up avoiding seeing them. But it just depends. So, but yeah, that was like a moment to where he could have gotten his license revoked if the patient had sued, um and they were to kind of like go over that detail. But like I guess that the patient didn't want to, because I guess technically since nothing had happened, no, I it would have been another story if the patient actually had like would have went into that cardiac arrest situation before he got into the ER, because I felt like I would have felt like that would have been like a whole nother can of worms. And it I'm surprised it didn't lead to that, but like but like he but like I don't like I'm just surprised hearing this. Like it was just so mind baffling that that man, that patient had the side, like he had God's side on him whenever he was driving himself to the ER. But my goodness. Wow. But yeah, there's that. Hmm. Oh, yeah. I was gonna see if I could talk about my nursing experience story. Yay! Okay. So I went through like two levels, as I said, and for my I'm taking like an ADN program, which is basically an associate's nursing degree. So after when I complete it, I'll be able to officially work as a nurse at my hospital, hopefully. But we'll see what the plans are. But let me see. I'm trying to think of where to start at. Oh wait, hang on. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. I think I hear my dog barking. BRB, BRB. It shouldn't take me too long though. Hello. Hang on. Let's see. Nope. Well, we just teleported to like a bunch of different million places. So sorry about that. But when you come back, congrats. Oh, I saw that. I was like, oh my god, there's no way I reached 100 like subscribers. That's like, even though that's not like a big number to a lot of people, that's like a big number to me. That's like a full hospital right there, or at least from where my hospital is at. My goodness, I I'm just like surprised that I managed to reach that far. I'm like, oh my goodness. But I really appreciate all y'all's support, and I feel so bad for not streaming as often. I made a promise to myself, and I'm gonna promise y'all as soon as I'm finished nursing school, and once I get my job secure as like a nurse, I'm gonna be streaming nonstop. But yeah, um, but yeah, what was it? What was it? Oh yeah. Okay, okay. So I was about to go into detail about my nursing path career. So I said I completed level 1, level 2. And so the requirements of like completing like level 1, I have to do theory class, and then I have to like so there's like three things that we have to pass like for level 1. So the first one is theory. And for theory, that's just basically going over like how the body works and what happens when things go wrong. Kind of like, for example, like lungs with pneumonia, like what causes it, and like what is expected of the nurse and how to approach it, and etc. etc. And then learning how to read like med errors kind of whenever you before giving like and like doing like your medicine checks, like your 3 checks before doing like giving your patient your medicine, the medicine they're prescribed, and kind of like that. So so that's kind of like theory. Well, I mean, the medicine part is kind of like just reading it, but like clinical and skills kind of apply that more. But anyways, I'll kind of get into that. So for theories, that's just basically like, book stuff. So now moving to skills. So it's like a lab thing to where we learn about like how to do things. Like for level 1, I had to learn how to do like just the basic stuff, like getting vital signs, learning how to do a manual blood pressure cuff, which I've been getting better at. Because at first I'm like, how the hell do I work this thing? Because I'm so spoiled with like the automatic vital sign machines to where like there's just a machine that squeezes your arm, then it gives you a number. But the point of doing a manual blood pressure cuff is blood pressure is that it's more accurate because you're like listening to it. You can either like watch it. What's the word for it? Auscultate is like to like listen for the blood pressure. You know how like they just like squeeze your arm with that cuff, and then the nurse like or someone puts like a stethoscope kind of like right underneath it. So that's manual, and that's just kind of like listening to it. And so there's that, and then there's other ways like you can like watch like the little like I'm trying to remember what that other word is, to where you watch it, but it's not accurate. I call it like ticking, because what you're doing is like the manual blood pressure cuff has like a little like circular thing that has like the numbers on it, like 200, it goes up to like 260 or something like that. And that's how much like you squeeze the arm before like kind of like releasing it, depending on where their blood pressure is at. So in the moment you see like the little hand on the thing like kind of twitch, then that's kind of like, oh, that's the first reading of the blood pressure. Like that's the top number, which is the systole, which is basically like how much the heart like squeezes before like relaxing. And then there's diastole, which is like the end of the I'm explaining this bad. Basically it's just how much your heart contracts and like relaxes, and kind of going from there. So I had to learn how to do that, and then I'm trying to think of the other skill checks that I had to do. Like we had to learn like doing bed baths, but I already know how to do bed baths because of me working as a CNA. Me working as a CNA gave me an advantage, but also it didn't give me an advantage because in nursing school they want you to do it in a certain way. But me being a CNA for about like 4 years, I ended up like learning how to do things my way, or like the like kind of like, I don't want to say cutting corners, but it's like where it makes things easier for both like you and the patient, but it's not like, it's kind of like cutting through the steps kind of. But yeah. So there's that. So we had to learn how to do that, but what we really need to get checked off of was manual, then regular vital signs, and then trying to think of what were the other two? Hand washing. That's actually the first skill that we checked off of, and then the last thing that we had to do was a Foley insertion or a catheter, a Foley catheter. And for those of y'all who don't know what a Foley catheter is, it's like basically them inserting a kind of like a little like rubber tube kind of down like your private area. It's just so that they're able to access your bladder and help drain it. Usually they do that like for depending on like what's going on, like for surgeries, like if someone if a woman's going through like labor, like and they're about to give birth, or no, like are going through like a C-section, they would put a Foley on them just so that they don't like go on themselves as like they're dealing with the whole operation. Either that or like you'll see some patients with those little Foley bags in ICU. I need to show y'all a photo of what the catheter looks like. But let me see. I heard it hurts like an MF. It does. It does. The thing is, it's more relieving when it's taken out. But how it works is that basically whenever they insert the little like tube into your through your urethra, or not urethra, ureter. Oh my gosh, I always get those two words mixed up. They inflate it with a little balloon so that it will stay in your bladder. So you're constantly feeling that like little balloon in your bladder as it's like draining. And the point of that balloon is to make sure that it doesn't get like pulled out or anything. But there has been cases to where people had pulled those out before, and whether they were confused or they were just like I don't want this in me, and then they pull it out, and it's so bad because it's just the fact that like the ureter, like the tissues, the wall tissues on the ureter is so thin. And imagine a freaking big balloon like going through that. Like that's like so painful. But sorry for like the TMI stuff. Like but so let me see if I can pull it up actually for like what the Foley catheter looks like though. Foley catheter. And there's also like a different type of Foley catheter. So there's like the one with like it ends with the bag to where like your urine gets put into a bag and it drains slowly over time. Either that or there's just an in and out to where it's like without the bag and it's just like a quick like, oh, let me just drain your bladder and then like remove it and then you're good. It just depends on like what's going on here. But here it is. Okay. Oh, I forgot they had a 3-way catheter too. That's like for like surgery. For like a what was that surgery procedure called? Like if you have like any sort of like it's like a prosthetic procedure like that older people get if like their prosthetic grows too much or something like that, or was it the wall? Ooh, I need to touch up on my knowledge again with that. But anyways, hang on. Let me see if I could screenshot this real quick. And I'll see if I can. Let's see. I'll see if I could show you. Let's see. Alright, let's screenshot this and I'll see if I can show y'all. It looks painful, so if you don't like to see painful things, just look away. Okay, let's see. Okay, let me add this and let's see. Here it is. So this here is a in and out catheter, and the little balloon part at the end, that's what stays in your bladder to help keep it in place. It looks painful and it is painful. but but it's good for like keeping your bladder open because I mean there's like a lot more other uses for it as well, but then again, as good as this is for like, because there have been some cases too where like people who go after surgeries can't pee at all because of like how stressed they are. Because like you know how you're able to hold in like your urine whenever you really need to go. Like if you ever had that feeling to where you really need to go but there's no toilet available, so you're just holding it. You're like, so that's like there's like an external muscle that like holds that. However, your bladder also has an internal muscle that hold like a no wait hang on yeah, internal muscle which is involuntary. So if you're stressed out or if you're just like I'm cringing just looking at it. It really is. I don't blame you. It's painful. It's painful. But like hang on, let me just get rid of that. But your bladder also has an internal muscle and it's involuntary. So because of that, it usually holds in your urine. And if there has been a case too where your bladder doesn't pee at all and your bladder overfills and that backs up into the kidneys, that's a whole nother can of worms right there. So it's a lot. So that catheter does help, but there are also like with every like medical procedure, like every like medical thing, there's always pros and cons. Like for this Foley catheter, if you don't properly like clean down there, because normally whenever you pee, like you push out like the bacteria that kind of like enters through that opening, and which prevents you from getting UTI and other like problems. And you know how they always say like, oh, you need to like urinate before like after you need to clean really well down there, and then you need to urinate after like having like intercourse because of that. The reason why is because that helps pushes out any bacteria or foreign invaders out of your body. However, with that catheter, because your pee is getting drained through a tube, the bacteria is able to enter in freely and it's able to find its way up to your bladder, then your kidneys, and that will lead to other medical problems. But a good way to help prevent that is just by cleaning down there very well. But there's just things like that. But yeah, so I had to learn how to like insert one into a mannequin, and that was probably like one of the hardest like things I had to do for like my level 1 like skills check off, because I didn't pass the first time. However, you have like 3 chances of like doing it before they fail you out of the thing, and I managed to get it on my second try. I was like, yes, because I've been practicing a lot. And the thing is, for me, my problem is that I have such a hard time when it's like a mannequin, because like I'm just like standing there awkwardly. I'm like, yo, I'm just gonna get this catheter in you, bro. And then the mannequin's just staring at me lifelessly. So I'm like, I don't have like a active imaginary like brain when it comes to like doing these checkoffs. Even though I'm used to kind of like thinking to myself or chatting myself, it's just kind of weird like getting like having someone else watch me as I'm like trying to do my skills check off on like a mannequin. However, if it's like a real person, I have no problem with it. I've actually done about like 6 catheters on people now. They're mainly like in and out catheters, but like I've done one to where I actually inserted in a catheter and kept it in. But that I felt a lot more comfortable with. But I always feel so bad for whoever gets that because it is not pleasant at all, but it's good for the long run though. The mannequin isn't going to fight back. That you're going to have the experience on the job. Well, true. For sure, for sure. I hate to say it, but I've actually helped out with like Foley catheters before, and I had to be on the end to where I'm like trying to prevent the patient from like hitting the nurse. I'm like, oh, but yeah, but the patient that I was trying to restrain was confused though. But that was trying to do it we were trying to do it for his own good, you know. But yeah, things like that. And then patients, if they are like with it and everything, they have every right to refuse if they don't like want the catheter, even through that could lead to problems downhill, but it's within their right though. Because the point of like the hospital is not only to like try to like I mean, yeah, the point of the hospital is to get them better. However, we also have to be advocates for patients too. And if they don't feel comfortable with a certain thing or they don't want to do it, like they're like an absolute like, no, I do not want this. Do not touch me. We have to follow with that. So, which is good because it would be bad if a hospital like forces like treatment that you don't agree with or like you just don't want to like repeat. It's kind of it's kind of hard to explain, but like something like that. But yeah. What was it? What was it? So, oh yeah. Sorry, I was getting off topic, like I always do. So I done those for my skills checkoffs, and I passed that. Now going to my clinicals. My clinicals was an interesting experience. So I was assigned. So there's like four professors in my level one, and they all like teach like theory because they all like have their turns like teaching like certain subjects and stuff in the theory class. And but for clinical, we're assigned one of those instructors, and they're grouped up with like 10 people. And for my instructor, I'm trying to think of a name to call her. I'm gonna call her. Ooh, I need to call her a name that's not similar to her name. um, I'm gonna call her Dr. Holmes. There you go, Dr. Holmes. So, Dr. Holmes, she is she's a really I really like her as an instructor because she's so funny. She's like that sassy old lady. I'm surprised. Oh, speaking of which, she's actually within the retirement age, but she still is. She keeps on like working as like a instructor because like she says that like it gives her like purpose or like she likes seeing people grow. Is what her reasoning was. And the thing is, she's like just like picture like a old like sassy lady who's also has like a sense of humor to her. That's Dr. Holmes. She is so amazing. However, I caused her so much stress, I feel like. So for me, I'm like a slow learner and I'm not like I'm not like one of those people that would like watch one thing and I'm like, oh Eureka, like I got this. No. I would like stare and like if you were to give me something, I would stare at it for like a long time, like, duh, what do I do? so so for Dr. Oh my god, I almost said her last name. Dr. Holmes. So what we had to do for level 1 for clinicals is that our main requirements that we had to check off of. No, first off, we had to pass our CRC, which is clinical readiness. I forgot what the last part was. Basically we were all of us were put through a trial, not a trial, but like put a through a case scenario to where we had to give shots and medicines to a mannequin. However, it's not like oh here's your pills, like take it type of thing. There's like a lot more to it. So we had to do our 3 med pass to where we had to like check like compare like the MAR, which is like the doctor's information and doctor orders to wait no the MAR is like the nurse's thing. Sorry, I'm getting those two mixed up. So we had to compare like doctor's notes to our notes to make sure that everything looks right and that like nothing, like there's no mistakes or anything. Then after that, oh, and then we also had to confirm like the patient's name, date of birth, their like allergies, the right doctor they're assigned to, etc., etc. And then after when we do that, that's like part of our first check. And second check is after like when you check everything and then you got the pills filled out, you have to check the pills itself and make sure that the name matches, the expiration date is good, the dose looks good, the route is good, which is basically like, oh, are they taking it orally, like are they going to swallow the pill, are you going to give it through as a shot, is it like a topical to where like you put it on the skin. It's just those things that we have to check out for. And And then of course you have to check the time as well to make sure that like you're giving the pill at the right time and not like giving them like a like like a night med, like giving them like a sedative or something. I don't know, but like it's like that. And what was it? Oh. So um whenever I did my first CRC check with Dr. Holmes, because for the CRC check we had to do it with our clinical instructors, which the funny thing is, before the CRC check, we were told like, oh, you're not going to get checked by your clinical instructor. It's going to be another instructor, but they ended up changing it up. And the thing is, in the back of my head, I was like, anyone but Dr. Holmes. And then I was relieved to hear that fact. I was like, oh, we're not going to get our clinical instructor, so I'm safe. But then I've been bamboozled, and ended up getting Dr. Holmes because there has been a change of plans, because for some reason they said it's like more accurate or something. I don't know, but like so I remember that whenever for my CRC check, I had to like go through my my list of pills. I had to give like 3 or 4 pills. Oh, and you have to explain how like the pill works, why the patient's taking it, and what are the side effects, and what lab levels to look out for if it affects anything, and that kind of thing. So I was doing great until I got to the insulin part, because for the insulin, Dr. Holmes had to watch me like and like pull like inject like the syringe into like the little like vial thingy, or like the little bottle thing, to where you like pull out like the liquid thing. And of course like these things aren't like actual like medicine things, it's just like something full of water. But like I had to show her, like I had to make sure I had to stay sterile, which means like, oh, you're not touching like your hands on like a clean area, like a super clean area, because if you touch it then you contaminate it, and that's a risk for infection, and you have to redo it all over again. So I ended up like contaminating the barrel of the sterile, which is basically like, you know, like have you ever like pulled out a syringe before, like seen like a syringe kind of like got pulled out, and you see like the inside of the thing that gets pushed in, like the little like plastics part? Like imagine like the black parts that pushes like the liquid out of the syringe. Now like think now with that in mind, think about the thing that's like behind that. So that's like the barrel of the syringe, and I somehow accidentally touched that while I was pulling out like the syringe. And oh, hi Sunnyshine. Oh my gosh, it's been a while. Thank you for dropping by. I'm just talking about my nursing school experience so far. I'm like halfway through my nursing school, so I'm like half a nurse now, and like and all that thing, and all that stuff. But thank you for dropping by. And I'm hoping to stream like a little bit. I'm gonna see if I could try to stream a couple of times this month, and maybe a little bit like next month. But unfortunately, I'm gonna have to lock back in August, so. But pretty easier if you open paint and draw it. True. Actually, do I even have paint? I should, right? Hang on. I don't even know why I think about that. It's why I have y'all. Y'all are my brain cells. Hang on. Okay. Let me see here. Okay. Am I able to show that? Hang on. Oh, there you go. Slay. Okay. So here's my presentation of of the syringe. So we have, oh, I am not a great drawer, by the way, so don't crucify me. Did you manage to tell them about the therapy video? I remember that one that nearly traumatized you. Wait, therapy video? Oh wait, hang on. Is that the one where like, wait, hold on. Was that, wait. Was that the one where you told me about like a certain like you had me like search up things, or like, I'm trying to remember. It's been so long. It's been like 2 years. My brain's like so fried out. I'll see if I could try to remember it as I'm like doing this. Um, but here's the syringe. So we have this, and then is that? Then this is a needle right here. Oh my god, that's one sharp ass needle. I would not want to be poked by that. And so over here is the little thing that pushes in the medicine, and then this is the barrel right here. And then this is a little thing that you use your hand to like push in the stuff. Oh yes, I remembered. Oh my god, I remember seeing that because I was like, oh, I've seen lots of things. I won't get traumatized until you told me to look that up. I'm like, oh my god, I'm so wrong. Oh my gosh, I remember that. uh, for those who weren't there for that, let me think. So, basically Zeddy had me do like, I think we were doing like a challenge thing because I was doing like spin the wheel thing, and then or like we were just like talking about it, I think, and then you were just having me search up things, and I'm like, oh damn. But weren't you wearing gloves? Oh wait, for the syringe thing? Oh no. Like for that, we don't have to wear gloves for whenever we're like drawing up like the thing for the vial. And even if I were to have gloves on, it would still be contaminated because for sterile, so what sterile means is that like, oh, like there's no like bacteria on it, or like no, there should be like no like it shouldn't be exposed to anything. And usually like for standard gloves, they kind of have like those aren't considered sterile. However, there are sterile gloves that you can use, that surgeon uses for like procedures, or you're supposed to use sterile gloves for whenever you're inserting in catheters. And but the thing is, once you touch like something like another person's skin, it's considered to be contaminated. But for sterile, all I had to do was just not like touch this area right here, because if I did that, then the whole thing would be contaminated. Because the thing is, once you push this in, it kind of like the bacteria, whatever gets on here, can go inside and then get on the medicine, basically. Oh, and also the needle's considered to be sterile as well, because that's like injecting. It's supposed to be it's supposed to be sterile because that's going directly into the patient's skin, which is like a big like big contamination risk. but what was it? So what had happened was, apparently I got nervous at one point whenever I was trying to inject like this insulin needle into this little vial thing, which let me see if I could draw out the vial. So this is like the vial right here. Or it's not a vial, it's like, I forgot what else what they called it, but I'm just calling it vial for some reason. So this is my insulin bottle thingy. There you go. And I had to inject this area right here. Of course, I'm supposed to clean it with like alcohol prep pad before I like do any of that to make sure that it's clean and stuff like that. But so what had happened is that like whenever like you inject it, you're supposed to like flip it over and then let the first off you're supposed to insert you're supposed to draw out on the needle how much you're going to inject in, like for airwise. Like let's say for example I'm given like 5 mLs, right? Or like which is like a lot, but like if I had to like inject if I had to pull out 5 mLs of like insulin, I would have to like pull out this little barrel thingy, or like not the barrel thing itself, but like the little like cap on the thingy, or little platform thingy. And I would have to like match it up to like the 5 ml area before inserting it into the insulin bottle and then injecting it with the air. Because what happens is that it gives I forgot the science behind it, but basically whenever you do that, it makes it a lot easier to pull out like the insulin, and doesn't like press the bottle too much or something like that. I'll be so honest, like I just like my mind just like exploded after that. And sure, the needle would be pushed against the skin to get. Oh wait, oops, hang on. Let me see if I could read the chat real quick. Sorry, this thing. I need to fix up my Steam thing here. Oh, there you go. I got it. Okay. So Sure, the needle will be pushed against the skin to get inside, so as a result, it's teared in the trapped inside the needle. Yes. Or yeah, but kind of like that. But anyways, but you just need to inject the vial with air, then like get out like 5 mLs of like insulin. But yeah, so anyways, when I was like doing that, my hand ended up like I was supposed to grab it this in a certain like I was supposed to use a certain hand technique to grab it. And at the time, I was so nervous because my instructor, Dr. Holmes, she was like breathing down my neck as I was pulling out the insulin. And I got so nervous that my finger ended up brushing against here as I was pulling out the insulin. And I was like, and I didn't realize it at all because I was just like, oh shoot, I hope I'm not leaving any air bubbles inside the vial and everything, which I did not, surprisingly. But then I ended up neglecting the whole sterile part thing of the whole needle thingy. So because of that, I ended up meeting they have like a certain way to where like they say that you failed the CRC. However, you have ways to like redeem yourself, and that's within clinical days. And and stuff like that. She was waiting, LOL. Yes, she was basically. She was just waiting for that moment to where like I messed up. She's like, there it is. Best way to explain Lily? By me? And let me see. Oh, I forgot you can make like YouTube shorts. Oh yeah, kind of like that. Oh, also trigger warning, sorry for anyone sensitive. But yeah, also whenever you're injecting the... Oh, wait, you're talking about that. Oh, that's what you... Oh! You were trying to make me cringe, I see. I don't know why I just barely realized that. I thought we were talking about injection, like, what do you call it? Injection technique. Because I was going to say, oh yeah, like the little, like, hole part for the needle needs to be pointing up whenever you're inserting that into the skin. My bad. It took me a while to process that in my head. I'm gonna be so honest, that didn't make me cringe at all because I'd seen like, I guess it's just the fact that I've been like injecting people with like needles, and then like for level 3 I'm gonna be starting IVs on people, so I'm like eh. but yeah. What was it? Anyways, so Dr. Holmes got me on that part, and she was like, oh, you met not unsatisfactory, because if you got unsatisfactory, that means that you failed. She told me that it's incomplete, basically, and the way how to get it complete is to redo the part that you messed up on, which my part was the insulin technique, or just getting the whole like insulin bottle not like contaminated, or the needle part itself. And so what was it? So for clinical days, she had assigned me a patient who had an insulin, who had needed to be given insulin. And so I'm like, okay, I got this. I mean, the thing is, whenever I'm like injecting people with the needle, I have no problems with it. It's just a whole thing before and after. What was for needle against skin? Why one-time use? Wait. Yeah, it's just mainly like just because of like sterile, or just like sterile, because like you wouldn't want to like reuse like a needle after injecting someone with it, just to inject them with the same needle again, because that's just like that's just what the nursing book says, but they just don't want like people to like get exposed to bacteria. And especially you do not want to be using the same needles for like different people, because like you never know what that person has on their skin or what they have in their blood. Because if you like inject someone with like, let's say for example, who's like blood type A, and then you use that same needle to inject another person with blood type B, their body would have a reaction, because their immune system is going to see the blood type A as like foreign invaders, and it's going to start like going crazy. basically. It's a DNA thing. Yeah. It's easier if you can find a short clip. It's a DNA thing. I see. True. Let's see. But so whenever I had to like redeem myself for my CRC for my clinical days, we were assigned like a patient. For level 1, we're just assigned one patient, and then a little bit later, closer to the end of the semester, we would be assigned 2 patients. And it's going to keep on like doing that until like level 4, which then you're assigned like 4 to 5 patients, and you have to learn how to like do medicine tests with all of them, and like do assessments on them, check up on them, like do like doctor's orders, all that stuff, under a under supervision of a CI, which is a clinical instructor. But yeah, so Doctor's Holmes had to check me off for giving someone an insulin shot, and I remember the first time you're given like I was given 3 chances of like doing it after like the CRC thing, and for the first time that I given someone an insulin shot, and this was my first time like actually injecting someone with like an insulin needle, I got so nervous that like the thing is, whenever I injected the person in the arm, or not the arm, but like the fatty part of like the arm, like, you know, like whenever if you were to like look at like your arm, right, like your upper arm, and then you were to turn your like hand, the back of your hand up, and then try to grab like the back part of your arm, like the fat part, that's where you kind of like inject like the insulin at. So I did that part just fine, and I cleaned the area just fine. However, just getting the whole scene set up, I ended up doing so bad with it, because how Dr. Home described it was like, she basically told me that I was kind of scattered brain, as in like she couldn't tell what I was going to do next. And she said that she's been like teaching for like over like 50 years. She's like, well, you are certainly unique with how you do things. I'm like, damn, thanks. Even though I know that wasn't a good thing. But she said I gave the shot safely. It's just everything else. Which I did eventually prove on, which is how I got to level 2, and then kind of go from there. But I just like remembered that like I just felt like a detail that I remembered was whenever I was giving that shot to that patient, I just remembered her just like Dr. Holmes, like whenever I was injecting the patient with the insulin, I just hear her do this. Like she gave a big sigh, and that gave me a freaking heart attack. I was like, oh my god, did I do that bad? but but yeah. Oh my gosh, is there a way to make the eraser bigger? Oh wait, no, there is. Wait, hang on. It's been, oh wait, I could just do this. I forget the undo button was a thing. I know you need to do it upside down. The bubbles will float on top. No air pockets. Oxygen poisoning science. Ooh. Did you learn about that in school, or are you what's your profession, if you don't mind me asking? Did you just found that like through like YouTube shorts, or like, because I know there's like a lot of like YouTube shorts that kind of like go into detail, which I need to get into actually, so that I can like understand like things like more like clearly. But like I just know like, oh, just don't do it like this and do it like that. This lady doesn't give a fuck, and that would ruin me, not gonna lie. Literally. But Dr. Holmes, she was so scary, but I had a lot of respect for her. She was a lady, she was an old lady with humor, is all I'm gonna say. So there was that. And so then so I ended up passing my clinicals, I ended up passing my skills, and for skills I have to do like 4 exams and a final exam. And then for theories I had to do another 4 exam and a final exam. So that was like a total of like or 8, 9, 10, 10 exams in total that I had to take for level 1. but but yeah. So I was just I was like so stressed out for level 1. I was like, how do people get through these exams, because there were just so many like material to cover. But after that, level 2, there was like 5 exams, and then of course there's the clinical, the CRC part, which I actually ended up passing the CRC part first try, which I'm giving myself the pat on the back for that. But but what I struggled with in level 2 was the Lovenox shots, which is the shots that you give in the stomach. Or like you're supposed to give it like not kind of like in the stomach, not the stomach area, but like your lower abdomen area, more on like the lower side abdomen area, to where like the fatty part is at. And you have to give it in a certain angle, and there's like a certain way you're supposed to give it, there's a certain way you're supposed to inject it, and etc etc. And then for the Lovenox shot, there's supposed to be an air bubble. You're supposed to leave an air bubble at the top, and it comes in with an air bubble, and the air bubble is very like vital for like giving that shot, and like etc etc. I struggle with that the most because I'm like very awkward with like my hand techniques, and that's what I just like mainly struggled with. And just like catching up with like the whole new like assessment thingy, like doing oh my gosh, I need to pull out my clinical papers for this. It's been a little bit, like I've been like locked out for the summer. I've just been like working at a hospital as a CNA, and I'm like, man, I just like doing as I'm doing right now. But of course eventually I'm gonna have to adapt to like a nursing mindset, which I've been working on. Oh my gosh, actually, speaking of which, I said this at the beginning of the stream, but I know that a lot of y'all weren't there for that. But I got a SNA position, which is a student nurse extern. So now I'll be able to do IBs and like see how nurses kind of like do their own thing. I get to watch them basically, and my learning style is repetitive learning. So I it's like a big opportunity for me to like take a big step into like adapting from like a CNA mindset to like a nursing mindset. So I'm like really excited for that. um you could just search it up on YouTube, why no bubbles in syringe. Oh yeah, because if you expose like air to your like veins and like your like blood, that would lead to like a big like, I think it eventually like goes to your heart, and that leads to like a whole lot of like problems from like what I've like learned. Oh my god, I just had that voice crack. That was so bad. I remember that we did touch up on that subject in for my level 1. I'm like, oh my god, that sounds painful too. Getting like air in you sounds really painful. But I know like there's like only like a certain amount of air that can like go into you before it becomes like a problem, from what I've learned about. But yeah. um what else? What else? So, oh my goodness, I got off track. Ooh, my brain. I'm trying to remember what I was just talking about. I know I was talking about level 2. Oh yeah, I was talking about the Lovenox shot. I was just going over that and how I struggle with that. Mm, yep. Lost my train of thought there. Best way to explain it is like you pouring water and the bubble will block the flow. It makes the barrier avoid flow. Makes sense? Oh yeah, it does. It does. Yeah. Thank you for the explanation. Really appreciate it. You explain things so well. But for level 2. So, oh, also the group mates that I had for my last clinical set, they ended up we all ended up getting like swapped around so that we would have like different like group mates, and they do that on purpose so that like we have more opportunities to like work with everyone in the classroom. Something about shots in the side of the admin. Oh yeah, the love box. Yeah. So basically, you just grab like the person by like the love handles, which is basically like if you were to grab onto your stomach and then kind of like go off to the side, kind of closer to like to your curved side, curvy side, kind of, or like your side. That's where they like normally give like the Lovenox shot at, as long as there's no like veins like popping up or like any like yeah, any veins like popping up or anything, and the area isn't bruised or anything. And for like the Lovenox shot, it's a what it basically is. It's like a blood thinner, and what it does is that it helps prevent blood clots from like uh developing. Now, a thing that people get commonly mixed up, they say, oh, Lovenox dissolve blood clots. No. What it does is that it actually makes the platelets slippery so that it won't like get like all jumbled up with like the blood cells, which would eventually lead to clots. Because if that happens, and if you get a blood clot like in your leg, it can like you can get it stuck in your thigh, and that would be a DVT. And if that goes through, it'll go up to your lungs, and you will have a blood clot in your lungs, and that'll be like a PE, and that would lead to a lot of problems, basically. But it's just basically like a preventative or yeah. And the thing is, for like Lovenox, you have to like watch out for like the platelet levels. Oh, and what platelets are, they're like these little tiny cells that like, you know, like whenever like you injured yourself like as like a kid and you got like a big bruising, and you remember like seeing that little like clear like liquid over time on that bruising, that's like your platelets. They just basically help like pluck up any like wounds over time. Those are like the little guys that make sure that you don't bleed out. Very hard workers in our body. Let's see if I can open up the clip real quick that you sent, Sunny. Let's see.
Listen, I don't know what the hell that they're teaching y'all now in nursing and in medical school, but I have literally had to tell 4 different people today alone that there was an air bubble in the syringe.
Sorry you've had such a bad time in hospital.
Oh yeah.
So let's talk about how much air is too much. What we worry about with air in an IV is something called an air embolism, whether it
because that can like go directly to your heart and then go from there. But oh yeah, for sure, air bubbles are not good.
The that needs to go through the IV is significantly more than you think to actually cause this. The accepted lethal dose of air in an IV is 3 to 5 mils per kilo of human body weight. So if somebody weighs 80 kilos, that would be more than 240 mils of air. That being said, there have been cases of damage with as little as 20 mils of air, but a tiny, less than 0.5 mils of air bubble will be unlikely to cause any harm and just be absorbed. Have you been injected with one?
Listen, I don't know.
I have not been injected by one, but hopefully not. Or by well, actually, no, I lied. I've been injected by needles before, but like, okay, never mind. I just lied to y'all. I've been injected before, but like, yes, air bubbles are very, very dangerous though. Like, if depending on like how much they do, because it's very like life threatening. Very scary stuff. But so level 2, as I said, I was just struggling with the Lovenox shot, just the concept of just like giving the shot and like going from there. Other than that, I think I did pretty well overall on level 2. Oh wait. Also for level 2, I was introduced to labor and delivery, and I got the chance to have my clinicals over there in labor and delivery. And so I got to see like the process of like how a C-section works, how what the babies how babies are. We didn't get a chance to see the sick babies, the NICU. which is basically an ICU for like the babies. I think that's going to be for level 3, which should be coming up for me. But those babies were so cute in those clinicals. They're all like, oh my gosh, they were so adorable. Like we've seen like the healthy ones, and the one baby I was assigned to, I was actually paired up with another nursing student at the time, because the area that I'm at, the what was it? Like the hospital over there for the labor delivery doesn't have as much patients compared to like the other hospital areas, but those are being taken up by the other levels. So we're usually, for like the lower levels, we're just like tossed with whatever is left over, kind of. Which in our case, we got like a smaller like hospital for labor and delivery. But so this is why I got partnered up with another person. But we were assigned a male like baby, and we got to see the baby get circumcised. I'm like, oh, that's how it works. It looks so painful. Oh my god. But I've seen that, and then I've also seen I mentioned that I've seen a C-section. I've seen baby twins, and they were both diabetic. Trying to think what else. But nothing like too big happened over there. But I'm hoping in like level 3 I'll get to see a lot more. But yeah. Let's see. Oh. Let me see if I can pull that up. Wait, let me read this over here. Sorry. Are they responsible for the scab that we picked the shit out of? Yeah, that's what the platelets are. That's like their like results of like after doing everything. But the scab is very important because it prevents like bacteria from going in. Found it, Lily. I found some educational reasons for you as a nurse. Finish warning. This is a preview, and the video is in the description. Lily, open the video off screen and let's see your live reaction, please. Okay. Have you seen this? Lily, haven't seen this? Haha. Probably. Probably not. But we can probably check it out. I'll do it off screen though. I just need to switch it over here, and I'll see if I can open it up. Let me make sure that y'all can't hear the audio though, just in case. Oh, man gives birth. That's interesting. That is an interesting title. Oh my goodness. Okay. I mean, I've seen a woman give birth, so... Wait. Okay. Okay. There you go. I cut out the audio so that y'all won't be able to hear it. Ooh, I see. They got their gowns on. They got the sterile technique going on. Man gives what now? A man gives birth. That's what the title of the video says. Oh my goodness. Well, that is interesting. Oh my goodness. I'd never seen that before. But that would be interesting to see at a clinical if that ever happens. I mean, you never know. I mean, impreg is apparently a thing on the internet, so... The Visma video should be the full uncensored version. It was removed from YouTube, so yeah, a good educational video for your class, right? Well, yes, but at the same time, probably not school. Like, but then again, ooh, it depends on the instructor, whoever's showing that video. Guess where the Guess where they do the C-section? They usually do it in the like lower abdomen area, but like I don't know how a guy thing would work. I see you've been keeping up with the times, Lamal. It's been popping all over for Twitter for me. I'm like, wow. And I've been hearing word of it. Like half my classmates, they're kind of like they're Gen Z like me, but they're more like in touch with like TikTok and everything. So I always hear them like yap about it. It doesn't help that one of my study partners, she's like a big time like doom scroller on TikTok. Like she knows the trends. So she teaches me some things. So I'm like, huh? I'm like, interesting. Please watch the description video available. Oh, you're talking about what was on. Oh, wait, I haven't even checked out the description. I just checked out what was on the YouTube short thingy. Let's see. I don't think it's gonna show up. Wait, what's not gonna show up? Oh, wait, hang on. Let me refresh this real quick. Da-da-da. Oh, I see the thingy. Oh, okay. Yo, Sunny. If anything happens to my YouTube recommendation, I'm coming after you. I'm just joking. A nurse's point of view? Okay, let me put on my clinical glasses for this one. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's see. The army of impregs in chat. Oh wait, hang on. Okay, there we go. Let's see. Okay, so Guy's getting ready. I'll just kind of describe what's happening in the video. So Guy is laid out for procedure. They're getting the items, the surgical items ready. Hopefully it's sterile. Guy looks nervous. Yo, is this the Omegaverse they were talking about? Okay. So it looks like they're pushing around the abdomen area. Oh, I see where this is gonna go. Let me guess. It comes directly out of the tip, right? Okay. Guy looks like he's in pain. Well, of course. Okay. Baby's coming out. I'm surprised the nothing's ripping. That's all I've got to say. Oh my god, I can only imagine how painful that is for the guy. I know this video is fake, but like, yikes. Animation goes crazy. Okay. You know, oh, they're getting the scissors, they're cutting. Okay, you know, this low-key reminds me of a thing that I learned by in as part of the labor and delivery class. Oh, baby's coming out. They're gonna toss it, or they're gonna have skin-to-skin contact because that's the first thing you do after clearing out the baby's lungs. From what we learned about catheters, I'm shivering. Yeah, this is way worse than a catheter. I would rather take 10 catheters over this. World's first ever man birth successful. I see. Thank you for funding this historic breakthrough in science. No skin-to-skin contact? Like, that's important for the baby. And then the golden hour. Well, it was an interesting watch. How do you even find these videos? But But what was it? That reminds me. Um, Looking at that video remind me of like some of the things I learned. What happens like women during childbirth. Wait, this might be a little bit too TMI, so just in case, if since I'm gonna be describing the whole childbirth thingy, if you're sensitive to that, just make sure to mute or click away. Sorry. I mean, we're already deep in the trenches, so I think y'all should be fine, but just in case, just in case. So I have learned that like it is possible, fun fact, a couple of fun facts actually. So whenever a woman is giving birth, naturally, like without not the C-section birth, but like through the vagina, um they have a chance of their hip breaking, actually, depending on where the baby is positioned at. I've been eating this whole time, Evan. We fall. I am so sorry, Jutoy. I'm so sorry. Oh my goodness. Made sure you have like a throw bag nearby. So, that's one of the facts that I learned. And there has been cases of that happening before. Another fact. So, a woman, whenever they're giving birth, there has been some cases to where the baby's head ended up getting too big or just shoulders. So their private area ends up tearing. Either that or they have to use scissors to cut it to make it more open for the baby to come out. Sorry. I'm so sorry. TMI, TMI, I know. But, so there's that as well. And also, a little bit not like the nasty, like, not like the crazy, like, that stuff that makes you cringe, fun fact. Usually, after when a woman has given birth, the bump would not go away immediately. It's still going to be there because it takes time for like everything to kind of like get back into place. So after when they give birth, they're still gonna have that bump there, but you can like push against it and nothing's like in there. So, or no, there's your organs of course, but like, of course the baby's like out, so they would not like be there anymore. So, or it would still kind of be like more airy because the baby's out. But yeah, some little facts that I learned about. Hopefully we're holding it well. But yeah. But level 2, anyways, going back to the previous topic I was talking about. Level 2, I just basically learned about like labor delivery, more about like reading like EKGs, just the basic stuff. There's also respiratory I learned about, and there's also we went over a whole thing about diabetes and then diabetic. Because you always see videos of males getting pregnant, but you've never seen the procedure, so that's why I showed you the videos. That is not me, that was my friend. My study buddy. I don't really watch that. I'm too much in the trenches trying to like make it through my nursing school. And plus I always forget things too. Ooh, what is going on back here? So educational, I just learned that women don't deflate after birth. Yeah, basically. I was so surprised hearing that too. I was like, what? But then again, you learn a lot of things once you kind of see it. Let me see. Sorry, there's like a string coming out somewhere. Let me get a scissors real quick. Okay, there you go. I got it. Okay, show your study buddy. If I show her that, she is going like I'm not gonna have a study buddy anymore. She's going to do like the man meme to where like he just throws out a peace sign and then he just like he just disappears. But yeah. Like she would disappear out of the room like within 2 seconds of that video. But yeah. But yeah, I'm excited for level 3. Yay! for my nursing program. Where the F did you find this? She's gonna be asking me over, and the thing is, she doesn't know that I like stream. She's actually she's not like really too much into like VTubers. She's just more of like, she just sees stuff on TikTok type thing. So I'm like, oh, okay. But I'm usually don't really tell people about me doing this because I'm just like, it's, I mean, if someone were to ask about it, I may tell them, but the thing is, I'm not like, how do I describe this? Because me streaming, I just want to do this just to like, just to yap, because I don't want to like treat this as like my, how do I say this? I'm not doing this as like a serious like, oh, this is my job type thing, because my main goal is to become a nurse, as I said a long time ago, and only reason why I'm like doing this is because I like to talk, and like I learned some new things by talking to y'all, and I love to like yap off my experiences, and just it's just a whole like thing of like chatting and like getting to hear about y'all's day, and then kind of going from there. I know it's like very basic, but like I'm not here for the money. I'm just here just for good talks and good experiences, etc., etc. New knowledge too. We can always like learn things from like bouncing off each other, you know? But yeah. Oh my goodness, it's already like almost like 12:30 in the morning. Oh my gosh. Also another thing, my aunt had recently given birth to my new cousin. I'm gonna be seeing him tomorrow actually. I'm gonna have to drive out to the bigger cities to see her, but like I'm so excited to see him. He looks so cute in the photos, so I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm gonna like have so much cuteness aggression. But I'm so excited to see him. His name is Eric. And like he looks so cute. But yes, I'm like so excited to see that. So I have a new baby cousin in my family. Thank you. And I can't wait to see my aunt. My aunt's actually a ICU nurse, or charge nurse. So she's been in the trenches for a long time. Cause she's been I've been talking with her about like my my nursing school journey, and she's been there a lot for me, so I'm like, damn. Aunt Lily? Well, not necessarily. I For some reason I keep on wanting to call my new baby cousin my nephew, but he's not technically it feels like he's a nephew because of the age difference. I'm like, that's nephew right there when he's just a baby cousin, but like it feels so wrong not to say nephew though. But yes. This baby is born in the big 2026. That makes him like a Gen Alpha, no? Oh no, that means when he grows up he's gonna be all into that brain rot. Like what's like the brain rot that like the Gen Alphas use? Isn't it like I know that 6-7 is a thing, and then there's cause my coworkers have been telling me all about how like their kids would go on and on about that number. And then there's skibbity toilet. I don't know anything else. I just know those things. But yeah. You officially reached unk status. No, I still got some young in me tries. Look. Trust. My skin is fairly young. My mind is still fresh. Actually, no, it's not. I forget things all the time. Tongue, Sahar, and whatnot? Wait, I think I've heard of that before. Isn't there another thing that gets paired up with that? Isn't it ballerina something? Ballerina coffee or something like that? I remember that my study buddy was showing me a little bit about that. I was like, I never get that though. I know that like Gen Alpha humor is just that it just sounds funny. Here, Lily. Oh, is this like the Gen Alpha like uh thingy? Hang on, let's see. Let me see if I can click on this. Let me see if I can share the screen so that we can watch it together. Wait, wouldn't this count as like copyright if I like watch it next to like the YouTube short though? Now I think, oh, I'm like so late with that actually. I'll just put on the audio, but oh my gosh, her model looks so cute.
To say 6, 7 in Cantonese.
Cantonese.
Alright, I'm gonna count
okay.
down from 1 to 7 in Cantonese, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 6, 7,
8. Oh, whoa.
Look, is actually a bad word. 6,
oh
7.
shit.
Look, 8.
Oh damn, she got me. I just said it casually. Oh my goodness. Oh, ballerina cappuccina. That's what it was. I don't think they'll care. Yeah, probably not. There'll probably be like some new like humor trending. They might bring back the topic like if it's water wet or not. Who knows? You never know. But yes. Why do you think they do like the hand motions? Oh, for like the 6-7 thing, right? Wait, didn't like the whole 6-7 thing came from like a basketball player or something? Or something like that? Right? Or just like, and the thing is, there's like no like hidden context behind it. It's just because it just sounds funny. You know, them doing like the little hand motion, like it just reminds me of like a clown like juggling like balls. I don't know why, but Loki reminds me of that in a way. I'm too old, damn it. The hand motions is just copying that. Oh, I see. That, wow. That makes a lot of sense. That makes more sense than what I just compared it to. I like Sunny's reasonings though. Yes. My goodness. That now me just saying that it just looks like a clown's like juggling like balls is just crazy. Well, I mean, I guess I was right within the balls part, but like not like rubber balls. Oh my goodness. Oh goodness, y'all. I miss talking to y'all so much. I hope y'all been doing okay though, like overall. Do y'all have any plans for tomorrow? Or any plans for the summer? Or are you just kind of like going through it? Doing the 9-to-5 jobs? You know, I've actually, slight off topic thing. I've actually been getting into energy drinks because of nursing school. Cause I think I mentioned in like my past stream, like, oh, never do energy drinks. I would never do this and that. I was like a big, like, I would never touch an energy drink in my life, even if it's like the end of my life or my life depends on it. And I was BSing. Nursing school made me had that first sip of like a Red Bull. I was like, I did try out Red Bull like in the past before with my grandma just to give it a taste, and it tasted like that grape medicine thing from what I remembered, but now it just tastes like It tastes like an energy drink. I don't know how else to describe it. When you hear it, or even if Eric says it, imagine the pop-up in your mind. Haha, evil, right? You're so mean for that. Well, now I know what the hand motions are for. I will still smack that shit out of your hand. You know what? Please do. Please do. I'm actually not doing it as much, actually. The only times that I would actually drink it if I actually had to get up for my 12-hour clinicals that I'm not actually getting paid for. Fun fact, that's like free labor, but like it falls under school, so I'm like, So I only try to resort to it whenever I need it most, and usually that's like within like peak exam times. I'm saying this so you need to oh wait, oh, I cannot read. Wait, hang on. I'm saying this so you need a good auntie, so you'll be a good auntie. Oh, thanks. You know what? I appreciate it. I've been traumatized, but I appreciate it. So yes. Yes, but I'm so excited to see my my nephew Eric tomorrow. Oh. Speaking of which, I'm gonna have to get up at like 8 a.m. in the morning for that. Oh my gosh, I should actually probably be going to bed soon. Oh, but I don't wanna cut off the conversation so short. We've only been live for like how long? Almost 2 hours? Those are like newbie numbers compared to like what I streamed in the past. You're the first I've heard someone say anything good about Red Bull. Many say it tastes like piss. Well, I mean, at first I didn't really like the taste of it, but I think it's just me kind of slowly adapting to it. It's kind of like me drinking like the glycerina, which is basically like a old person's like protein drink. At first I didn't like the taste of it, but the more I tried it, the more I'm like, oh, okay, I can kind of see the vision. But Red Bull, I try not to go for too much, because I seen an experiment that was done with Red Bull to where they had cooked like a piece of egg with Red Bull and that egg turned out to be rubbery. I'm like, damn. But to be honest, I like it too, Lamau. Oh my gosh, we're twinning. Energy drink is too strong, so I don't try it. I don't blame you. Like, the stuff they put in there is crazy. But then again, why not coffee? Good point. Coffee for me, I think it's just because of like the bitter taste of coffee, even though you can like add stuff to it, like half and half, or like I know they have like certain like flavored like milk that goes with it. Like you can have like mocha milk, or not mocha milk, mocha creamer. There's peppermint creamer. Just like all sorts of like flavors, but like I think for an energy drink, I just like the variety of flavors, but I think it's just because like I'm more of like a big like, isn't this more convenient for me too? Because usually energy drinks are like the fastest to grab, especially if you're like pulling out like all-nighters. But then again, I do need to try to convert myself into drinking more coffee. Is that their energy drink and heart palpitations, or coffee and diarrhea? I wish that coffee did that for me, but coffee does not do that for me, unfortunately. It does do that to some people, though. From what I've seen. Yes, but heart palpitations are fun to deal with. Also, never play horror games whenever you're drinking energy drinks. Never do that. Your heart is going to go crazy. And then caffeine poisoning is a terrible thing to go through too. So it's 5 hours. It says I use Pepsi or Mountain Dew as more liters, and you can pace yourself with a cold drink. True. And plus, with a good carbonated drink, it helps keeps you up a little bit. You wish it did? Oh, yeah, because, like, it's a good way to, like, clear out your system. Yeah. I know it's not, like, a laxative, but, like, it's a good way to, like, clear yourself out, you know? because I do not want to deal with no small bowel obstruction. That would be terrible, and then I would have to deal with an NG tube. But yes, I have to do the good old laxatives for that. Maybe I should try that, like the Pepsi or Mountain Dew, or like maybe I could try like a soda for that. Yeah, because I really do need to get away from energy drinks, and as I said, I haven't been really drinking it too much unless it's like exam time, and I feel like for level 3 I'm gonna be like big on that, so I just need to find out like different techniques that I can use. I know there's also tea that does have caffeine in it as well, which I've been trying to which I've been trying to get into as well. Good to know, lol. If you look at soda drinks, they have caffeine. You can rehydrate yourself when it's hot. True. And then, but then again, there are sodas that are like pretty bad for you. But then again, that's like a lot of like drinks though. Caffeine drinks are really bad. Overdoing coffee is really bad. Caffeine in general is bad. Like Red Bull energy drinks is not a twist seal, it just opens and drink. It's a waste. True. And it's bad for our planet too. Because the twist and seals, you're able to reuse those at any time. You can refill it, recycle it, they could like use it for like good for the planet overall. Yeah. Oh my gosh, have y'all heard? I know this is kind of like not an old case, but it's not super recent either. Have y'all heard about the Alani case with that high schooler? Alani is like an energy drink, and so I heard about this through gossip. So apparently what had happened was that there was this high schooler who would drink like 5 cans of Alani, and Alani has like let me double check myself. I think it's 150 mg like caffeine. Hang on, or not mg, just like 150 mLs of caffeine. Let me double check though. Alani caffeine. Oh, it's 200 mgs of wait, what I said ml, I meant to say mg. Ooh. So the Alani cans, these are energy drinks, and they come in like different like flavors and stuff. Let me see. Here it is. Okay. Let me just share my screen over here. So right here, this is like the Alani drink. So there was this case to where this high schooler student, she was like a cheerleader, right? She would drink 5 cans of these every day, and she ended up passing away from caffeine overdose. And the thing is, her parents or her mother had been trying to sue the company. But to be honest, I think the mother is at fault here because, first off, a teenager should not be drinking caffeine at all. Like, nada. And drinking 5 a day is insane. Because that's like 200 times 5. That's like, oh my god, that's like 1,000 per day, 1,000 caffeine per day. Her heart was stressing, I can imagine. Like, oh my goodness. Yeah, but apparently Alani has been facing a huge like lawsuit because of that. But my goodness, it's crazy how like younger, like how kids are now getting into caffeine drinks. Like, and to be honest, I had not touched my first caffeine drink like no, I did touch my first caffeine drink at like the age of like 16, but that was like whenever like my grandma was giving me a caffeine drink just to try it. And I was like, ew, this Red Bull sucks. And then I never tried it again. But like, It's crazy how like kids now they're like they have access to like a lot of things and they're able to easily get themselves like multiple like unhealthy things and like goodness, it's insane to me. Like a kid drinking caffeine drinks should not be a thing, but apparently it is. So, like goodness, but it's a crazy case that they were facing, the Lonnie company. But I feel so bad for that girl though. But may she rest in peace. Hence, hence soda is the best option. As a fellow Texan, have you tried Big Red? The amount of sugar in that should be illegal, not gonna lie. I actually have tried Big Red. You know what's even worse? Big Blue. Which I love even more. I think Big Blue has a lot more sugar in it than Big Red, to be honest. Now that I think about it. Let me look it up real quick. Big Red versus Big Blue sugar. I think Big Blue has a lot more sugar. Wait, I could be wrong actually. Amount. So for okay, so it says Big Blue is significantly sweeter than Big Red. So a 20 OZ bottle of Big Blue contains 80 grams of sugar compared to Big Red's, which is 58 grams in a 16 OZ can. Yes, there's a Big Blue. You didn't know about that? I was addicted to Big Blue when I was younger, and that because of how sweet it was, but it's so bad. Doesn't oh my gosh, what was that one drink? It's not 7-Up. It's that green soda. Mountain Dew. Doesn't Mountain Dew have more sugar than Big Red? Let me see. 46 grams of sugar. Oh no, it's not. Oh my gosh. Because whenever I was a kid, my parents would always tell me, oh, never drink Mountain Dew. That's like half of it's made out of sugar. And I'm like, okay. And I took their word for it. I mean, it does have a lot of sugar to it, but like, it's insane to me how Big Red has like a lot more than Mountain Dew. Yeah. Let me see. Let me catch up with the chat real quick. Sorry. I'm a slow reader here. Let's see. Let's see. So we have, oh. Let's see. 5 message retracted. Wait, what happened? Oh, Sunny, your message got retracted. Wait, did I do that on accident? Oh my god, I hope not. Okay, I don't think I did anything. No. No, it says I didn't delete anything. Okay. Oh my god, that scared me. I thought I accidentally deleted your comment. I was like, I was about to say, oh my god, I'm a monster. Okay, let me see. There's there's a blue. Yep. Big diabetes. Yep. Basically, that's like drinking that. It's like a straight pathway down to diabetes, which is like infinite insulin shots, depending on how well controlled it is. Or out of control it is. Big green, write that down. Oh my gosh, yes, combine the two and make the big green. I wonder what that would taste like actually. One sip tastes like heaven, the next sip will send you there. Fine here, no, it's me. Oh, sorry about that. Let me see.
Let's see what's inside Alani.
Oh, this one shows you what it's inside of Alani. Let's see if we can watch this together, actually. Let's see. There we go.
Energy drink.
It starts with carbonated water,
Okay.
then citric acid, which adds a sour flavor and also acts as a preservative, then taurine, an amino acid added for energy,
Oh, yummy.
sodium citrate, a preservative, L-theanine, which is used to reduce anxiety and increase focus, 200 milligrams of caffeine, sodium benzoate, a preservative, sucralose, which is basically Splenda, L-carnitine L-tartrate, which is used for energy production and recovery, potassium sorbate, a preservative, Panax ginseng root extract, which is known for boosting energy, A-sulfame potassium, which is another artificial sweetener, niacinamide, which is vitamin
goes
B3,
crazy.
inositol, which is a sugar alcohol and sometimes called vitamin B8, glucuronolactone, which is supposed to support energy and focus, D-calcium pantothenate, which is vitamin B5, salt for electrolytes, natural flavors, pyridoxine hydrochloride, which is vitamin B6.
Wow, that water looks that drink looks so yummy. Would you drink it with me, y'all?
Which is added to boost metabolism, but also helps support healthy hair, skin, and nails, and cyanobalamin, which is vitamin B12.
Do you drink Alani? Let's see what's inside Alani energy.
This I do drink Alani and it's bad. Oh my goodness. That is very eye-opening. I know that the stuff is bad, but like just putting it out there like that's like yeah. She's silencing us, we must rebel. Oh no. Damn. Guys, I guess I have to lose my little crown here. Or my little nursing hat. Okay, who wants it? Who's gonna be the new ruler? I was surprised Big Red tastes like bubblegum. I was disappointed. Oh, now that you mention it, kind of does have like a bubblegum taste. Now you see why I retracted. I do see. Then again, I really do appreciate it though, because like those type of things are like really eye-opening with like how like, because I know like with like factories they make the product look more appeasing kind of, but like seeing like how the whole like ingredient list goes down, it really is eye-opening. Oh my gosh, speaking of which, I got an app. Have y'all ever heard of Bobby Approved app? It's basically like an app to where like you like scan something. Oh my gosh, promotion by the way. No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. Promo by the way. I'm just joking. But basically it's like this app is like run by a professional like dietitian, and he like he's done his like research on like ingredients and everything. And like if you're like scan something like let's say for example you go like get like some Frosted Flakes or something, and then you scan the back of it, and it'll say if it's Bobby approved, which means that it's healthy and it's like safe to eat, or it's not Bobby approved, which means that there's something going on. And it'll like highlight the ingredients that are on the product over why it's bad, and give a reason why it's bad. Like, oh, like natural flavors, like for example, like not all natural flavors are like natural flavors, if that makes sense, or something like that. But there's that, and it's like a good way to like eat more healthier, and like people had like lost weight from like following those, and I'm like, damn, that's like so cool. I do have the app on my phone, and I've been like using it from time to time, just not with my energy drinks, because I know if I scan all of it, none of it's gonna be Bobby approved. I'm gonna get that big thumbs down. But yes. But now that I think about it, here in America, so many products are so unhealthy. Like, it's insane. Like the other countries, they don't have as like bad of like obesity, diabetes, kidney problems, just all sorts of things going on like we do. And it's mainly from our diets and what we eat and the amount that we eat and everything. You mean this guy? Wait, let me see. That link looks very familiar. Oh yeah, him. Yeah, because my I've been recommended him, and I looked at it. I was like, oh, his app is really cool. It's very like informational. Yeah, but this is the dude right here. And he has his own little app that you can get on like the Google Play Store, or like I think you can get on the Apple Play Store too, or whatever the Apple thing is called. I'm sorry, I'm not an Apple user, unfortunately. In America, LOL, Bobby will never approved. Well, true. The more I grow older, the more I notice this country allows companies to feed us whatever. True. And the companies, they have control over like so many things. Like, let's say for example, our medicine. I feel like they do have cures for a lot more than they let on. But the fact is, like, let's say for example, they have like a cure for diabetes, right? But like, if they cure diabetes, the medicine companies won't be making money from like selling insulin, which is sad. But people, like, greed is a thing, and it's an awful thing. It's an awful thing. Damn green text bubble game. Yes, but now that I think about it, because originally in history, like, for the person who invented insulin or who had made insulin, they originally had sold it for $1, like for as cheap as they can, because they want it to be like accessible to everybody. But now, like, it's been passed down and people get more greedy, and yeah. Kind of like same thing for the internet now that I think about it. Because there was like, wasn't there like a lady that discovered the internet and she could have had the chance of like selling it, but instead she gave it away for free? In a way. Sorry, I keep like switching back and forth. I will get adapted eventually, trust, to this streaming thing again. But yeah. There's so many things that are going on in this world. It's awful. One can only hope that things will get better eventually, but it's just a matter of just like sitting back and seeing what happens. Oh my god, it's 1 a.m. Okay, I'm probably going to end the stream here. I hate to say it, but I'm gonna have to go, since I do have to wake up early tomorrow to see my my baby cousin Eric. But I had so much fun talking to y'all, and it was so nice to catch up with y'all. I'm hoping that I'm gonna be streaming more for these 2 months, but I'll keep y'all updated whenever I can. Shout out to that lady, otherwise I wouldn't be watching a scuff nursing YouTuber. Wait, to the lady? Wait, who's the lady? Oh wait, I'm so like, I'm so tapped out, y'all. I'm so sorry. I went to the gym today, and like I've been swimming like laps, and I'm like so exhausted from that. Be proud of me that I did not drink an energy drink, actually. I was tempted to, because the gym has like a little like mini mark, like self-checkout thing, and they were selling a lot of like energy drinks. I'm like eyeballing, like, this looks really good. But I didn't. The maker of the internet. Oh yes. Oh, thanks. Yeah, but it's always so nice talking to y'all, and I really appreciate y'all having y'all here. Even people who are just watching, I appreciate y'all as well. I appreciate everyone for sticking by and just like listening to me ramble on. Oh god, she's forgetting. It's my dementia, y'all. My bad. It's my sundowners kicking in. Go to bed, lol. I'll go ahead and do that. Alrighty then. Well, I'll talk with y'all later. It was a pleasure. Y'all, not doing the protein powder? I need to get into that, actually. I really do. Protein's really good for like your immune system as well. Because it's a good way to recover like your like with wound healing, and then like etc. etc. But yeah. Alrighty then. Well, well, I'll talk to y'all later. Next stream, I'm not too sure when the next stream is gonna be. It's probably gonna be random. But I'll try to like do a thing to where I tweet it out on Twitter or something and then go from there. Oh my gosh, speaking of which, I need to unprivate my Twitter. I forgot I like privated my Twitter, but I'm gonna go ahead and unprivate it and then go from there. Alrighty then. Well, I hope that everyone has a good day, good afternoon, good night, and that you'll have a wonderful day for tomorrow. And I'll keep y'all updated for what happens next. It's always a pleasure talking to y'all. Well, bye. Bye-bye.